to agree with any call tonight.
He's been a lightning rod for opposing fans, hasn't he? You knew he would be. He's Reggie Theus, a great pro career, great career at UNLV, but he's also very animated on the sideline and outspoken in the media. There's the foul out front by Darrell Peterson. It's only the second team foul on Utah State. And Reggie's got a club that has gone to the line almost 1,000 times this year. 952 times coming into the game.
That says two things: tremendous athleticism, a little bit quicker than their opponents, and also an attack on the glass nightly.
They average 30 free throws a game, and there's another foul. So as soon as we mentioned it, Utah State with a couple different fouls. 13 years in the NBA, two-time All-Star. Look at that, 19,000 points and 6,000 assists. And look at the company.
That's incredible right there. The company that he keeps, and people know Theus as a scorer, but they don't really know him as dishing the rock too much.
You don't, yeah, right. The highlight moves, that doesn't come to mind with Reggie. 8-point lead for New Mexico State. Theus at home.
Both of them getting it done.
Utah State is stylish, and New Mexico State came loaded with a 6-shooter. Here's Pete. Swinging the basketball to Hawkins. Backs his way in. No. Chris Clark off the leg of Elijah Ingram. Heady play.
Very
feel all this momentum having changed, haven't you?
Exactly, Terry. Very good job defensively. I can't say that enough. Chris Session is going out of the ball game right now. He made 3 key plays in the last 5 minutes to really kind of stabilize the New Mexico State attack and slow them down and allow his team to get back in the game.
Utah State, you saw Steve Morrill a moment ago. He's taken them to 5 NCAA tournaments. They've been to 17 overall, but 6 of the last 9, including the last 2. Ducharme in and out. Passos clears it. And on top of that, Utah State is playing in their 7th tournament championship game in the last 8 years. Both of these teams came over last year to the WAC.
Tremendous consistency in that program.
Came over from the Big West and the Sun Belt, respectively. Good break. Ducharme at the end of it with the dunk.
Boy, you are seeing some really outstanding basketball by Utah State. They're not known to run up and down the floor, but they've gotten back in the game by giving New Mexico State some of their own medicine, pushing the rock up, getting easy looks.
Ingram, high arcing shot over Carroll. No. Yeah, they've taken their opportunities, haven't right off the foot of Peterson, out of bounds. Unforced turnover. They've slowed the pace down with the zone defense, but then when they've had a chance, they've gotten out and gone 94 feet, including Ducharme a moment ago. No better time of the year, isn't it? And right now, championship week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, looking ahead to the NCAA tournament. One of these teams will make it. Utah State a moment ago, Stephen, giving you a textbook look at a fast break.
Well, you look at Utah State and watch them run the lanes. They fill the lanes at Ducharme right down the middle, beats the big man to the hole. Passos, and great execution on the full court break. And you expect to see that from New Mexico State, but that's something that Utah State has done here in the last couple of minutes to get back in this game.
They set up the offense through Hawkins. Edey triple team for a moment. Throw it right to Carroll. Here comes J.C. J.C. Carroll, not a little strong, and he's just 3 for 8 in the game so far. They've gotten back into this really without riding his play.
They've really manufactured points and shared the rock. Ducharme has hit a couple big buckets. Spicer got going early, and then Peterson's hit a 3 as well. So nice balance to the offensive end.
Edey, a shot blocker, didn't block that one. Certainly changed it, though.
Well, Ingram had a season-high 26 last night. I expect him to start looking for his shot a little bit more.
There's your leading scorer and rebounder for New Mexico State, Justin Hawkins, former Utah Ute. Made the switch because he wanted to get out on the perimeter more.
And he came to the right place and had the right coach for that.
taken away. This is what they did early in the game, the pressure defense. And Nauber will walk it up.
Well, the Utah State guards in particular, Chris Clark, have been a little nonchalant with the basketball. New Mexico State led the conference in steals, and so these guys are opportunistic at any time on defense. And so you have to be more aware of where you are on the floor.
Hawkins over Spicer. Edey over the back, no call, and now the jump ball called, and it'll stay here at this end, New Mexico State. Well, we have a moment to tell you about Championship Week, continuing tomorrow on ESPN. Conference championships on the line. The ACC down in Tampa, St. Pete. NC State beating Duke, Virginia Tech making the run and taking on number 8 North Carolina, number 1 seed, according to Steven. Number 14 Texas and number 2 Kansas. The Phillips 66 Big 12 championship. Yes?
I didn't have UNC as one of them. Remember, I had Kansas,
who'd you have again?
UCLA, Ohio State, and Florida.
That's right. You switched your story. You told me UNC coming over here this afternoon. That's right. I forgot. Here's Fisher bringing it out to the wing. Driving down the lane, too, over Nick Hammer. David Fisher, the senior from Dallas.
David Fisher is a perfect sixth man for this New Mexico State ball club.
So if North Carolina wins the ACC title tomorrow, they're not number 1 seed in your book.
I still don't think so. I think they struggled far too much down the stretch.
So did Florida. There's the foul on Edey as Ducharme pressed the issue.
But Florida's the defending national champions, and I think they were more consistent throughout the year than North Carolina was.
They whistled David Fisher, not Martin Edey, so that's Fisher's first. All right, I'll buy it.
But you had a chance to talk to someone special over the phone who's doing big things. He's got to be excited about the job that he's been able to do with his ball club.
Oh, I got worried there. No, Sidney Lowe. Yes, exactly. No, I had a chance to talk to Sidney after the Duke win, and point guard on the '83 national championship team. And now, other than his style of dress, his choice.
Hey, I like it, Terry. I think it's sharp. Red's my favorite color, so I can't hate on him for that.
One of the great guys in college basketball and doing some kind of job through the ACC tournament. So they'll take on the Heels tomorrow. Don't know if they have enough left in their tank, but Ingram answer with a hamstring injury. We will see. Ingram to Edey. Could have driven a truck and a car through that lane. Foul on the rebound against Utah State.
Look at Stu Morrill right there. He's got to be really happy with the way his team hung in here. And talking to him before the game, like we were able to, talked about the resiliency of this ball club, and they've done it all season long.
One more footnote on that NC State run. Today is Jim Valvano's birthday. Would have been his birthday, and a number of people with Wolfpack family are very aware of that as they move on to the championship.
I'm sure a lot of people around the country are glad to hear about that as well, because he had an influence throughout college basketball.
Spicer can't get the follow, and Edey elbows flying out to Ingram. Elijah tipped up and good. The follow by Hawkins, who's had a big first half for New Mexico State.
And New Mexico State got right back to what got them the lead, pushing the rock up, making things happen quickly.
Last possession of the first half. Double-digit lead for the home team.
Watch for a down screen for J.C. Carroll.
And Martin Edey commits the foul with 6.3 left, about 35 feet from the basket, and right in front of his head coach.
Oh, and Reggie Theus wasn't happy about it either. Chewing him out. Probably calling him everything but a child of God.
16 fouls, so they're not in the bonus. They got to go. Clark spins over Ingram. Good defense from Elijah Ingram. So it was a bookend half for Reggie Theus and New Mexico State. They started with a flurry. They ended that way. Double-digit lead, 35-25 here in the Western Athletic Conference Championship game as we send it back to Linda Cohn in the studio for the Cisco Halftime Report.